Good morning, friends. It's Nancy. Just wanted to share with you today some new things that I'm going to be putting in my Etsy shop. So you may recognize these books from a previous haul, and I've decided I got to get rid of some stuff. So these are all Raggedy Ann and Andy books. They are 9 3/16 by 6 7/16. They're all in ridiculously good condition. So I'll be selling each one separately, and it's going to come with a little something to help you make a junk journal out of it. So I'm including in each one a fat quarter of this 100% cotton fabric. It's at least a good 25 years old, and I chose it because it has the reds and blues and the hearts, because the heart on Raggedy Ann's Candy Heart is an important part of the story. So I'll include that. I will include this piece of vintage eyelet lace, so that might make a nice pocket inside your journal. This is about nearly 9 inches long and about 5.5 inches wide. So you'll get that, and you'll also get this little vintage doily, and it is about 4 1/4 inches across. So that, you could cut that in half. It might make a nice top of a pocket, or you could put it in the corner and make a tuck spot out of it. There's lots of things you could do with that vintage textile. So, like I said, each one will be sold separately with the vintage textiles. There's 6 books altogether. So this one is Raggedy Ann and the Wonderful Witch. It's in really good shape. There is a name inscribed in the front, and this is from 1961. This one is Raggedy Ann's Wishing Pebble, 1960. So there's lots of black and white as well as color illustrations. The next one is Raggedy Ann and Andy and the Camel with Wrinkled Knees. This belonged to the same child, apparently. 1960. Cute. This is Raggedy Ann and the Golden Butterfly. 1961. Lots of super cute illustrations in there. This is Raggedy Ann and Betsy Bonnet String. 1960. And the last one is Raggedy Ann Stories. This is 1961. So if you're interested in purchasing any one of these books, let me know which one you want when you check out, and I can have that to you in 1 to 2 business days. So I've got something else in mind. If you saw the video of the oh my goodness, variations on a theme where Diane, Gail, and Carol and I all use vintage fabric to come up with a project that we filmed and shared. Oh gosh, is that 3 weeks ago? No, I guess it's only 2 weeks ago we did that. Anyway, my project involved these 3 tags. So I have prepared some more tags, and I also prepared these covers. So I have backed them with heat and bond. So you use an iron to adhere this to your book cover, and then you peel off this paper and then put it on the cover and then heat it with an iron, and it will adhere it. Of course, you can add lace and different details before you do that. So I've made this book cover out of this. This book cover is 7 1/4 by just shy of 11. So each piece is about 8.5 inches wide and 15 inches long. And let me grab a book so you can see. So you would take a book about that size. Oops, sorry. Got things wiggling. You could take a vintage book about that size, wrap it around, start with the spine first, heat that, and then move along, and then you'll of course trim this down. One this small, you could even move it down a bit and cut some off and have extra for a pocket or a tag. So I've got 6 covers, and those will be going up on my Etsy shop. I also have prepared some coffee, these are all coffee dyed, by the way. I have also prepared some tags that are also coffee dyed. So these have all got, they're 3x6, not including the lace at the bottom. And I will be selling them in pairs. So if you want more than 2, you'll have to order a couple of times. So these all have pink rosebuds on them. And then you can use these as a base to layer on lace and other trims. Oh, those are the white ones, like I did here. If you want to refer back to the video from 2 weeks ago, you can follow along with the tutorial and make your own. So I have quite a few of the ones that have lace, and then I have a few that have a bit more embroidery on them, and these are also 3x6. So you have some options there. And I also prepared these tags. These are also 3x6, and they have a tiny little embroidered flower on them. So sometimes they're going to be multicolored. This one is yellow. There's some blue ones. So again, I will be selling these in pairs. I thought I had some just pink ones. Maybe I put them away because I thought I wanted to keep them. That sounds like me. No, there's a pink one. So again, I'll be selling these in pairs, and then you can add your own trims. You can stitch around with your sewing machine. You can add some slow stitching, and then when you're ready, you peel off the back and adhere it to cardstock or file folder or something to give you a writing surface and make it stiff. So I have a lot of examples of tags that I've made, so I'm going to also list some groups of tags. So I will do these 3 as a set, and they have several kinds of lace, stitching, and the back looks like this. These are white, they are not coffee dyed. Oops, sorry. Let me rephrase that. So I'll be doing these as pairs. I have 4 of them all together. So I'm doing those as pairs. These are a set of 3. These are also white. And they're on file folder. They are stitched around. And this is a pair. These are coffee dyed, and I've used gold lace on them. So those are that. Okay, and then if you saw my tutorial earlier this week with the mason jars, so I have prepared a bunch of mason jars. So these are layers of vintage book. I've stamped them, die cut them, and stitched around each one. There's one that actually says I was talking about Mrs. Mason. I thought, oh, isn't that interesting? There it is. This one talks about Mrs. Mason. The backs, you can either use masking tape to lift the text off. You can add more paper to use as a journaling spot, or you can paint on some gesso to cover up the text. I will, like these ones are already inked and ready to go. This one has a little poem on it. So I will ink these up so that they're all the same. I just haven't done that yet. So I will be listing those tags. And I also have tags that, oh my goodness. Excuse me. I also have tags that have fabric on them, so I'll be doing these in pairs. So there's a pair, sort of an ecru, tweedy sort of background with blue flowers. These ones are reproduction feed sack fabrics, and I've stitched around the edge of each of them. This one is a red and white toile. This one has cherries and strawberries on blue and white gingham. I have another set of those. This one is missing one. There it is. I have this calico that's blue and yellow, flowers on it, and then I have 2 more sets of this one. So again, if you're interested in purchasing any of these, go and take a look at my store. It's in the link below. And thank you so much for having a look. And I did make a few more. I haven't finished these yet. Put some postage stamps on these and put some daisies here. So they are a lot of fun to make. These ones, just give you some ideas of what you can do with your mason jars. This one's my favorite. Okay, so thank you very much for having a look. We'll talk to you again soon.